Welcome to Radio Media Ad Sales episode number 4. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Please like my videos. As you've probably noticed if you watch my other videos, I'm only uploading videos when I'm really motivated, really energized to communicate and put on film some great information that you can learn from and you can apply right away. I have 3 topics I'm going to cover in this quick video. A little bit on relationship selling, a little bit on patience through the sales process, and another topic of not overthinking a potential prospect. First off, welcome to the new year. If you're watching this in 2016, it's January. I had an incredible year last year, made my budget, made lots of bonuses, made one of the highest incomes I've made in a long time. I've been in my business for 22 consecutive years selling what I sell, which is AM talk radio. So let me go right into the 3 examples. Number 1 is a scenario whereby a lead comes to you. In my case, there was a call in to the radio station and it landed on my desk, and I went out there and did a needs analysis with this prospect. The main point I want to make about this point is don't try and sell somebody that is already interested in your product or service. Don't go in there thinking that, oh, this will be a slam dunk. I can close them, I can sell them fairly quickly. In my experience, it's typically the opposite. These are people that may be wanting to meet with you for all kinds of different reasons. In my case, this company, this organization, does not normally even pay for their marketing or advertising. They usually get it through word of mouth. Is how they built their business. Referrals and word of mouth. I mean, how many times have you heard that? I went out there actually with a bit of a proposal prepared, but as the meeting went on for the first hour, and there were 2 decision makers, the father who started the original business 30 years ago and the son who now runs the business. And I could tell right away the dynamics of the first meeting that I should not try and pitch them. In fact, I should do the direct opposite, which gets into the relationship selling. Let's get to know these people. Let's find out the trigger points for the father. Let's try and figure out what's most important to the son who runs the business and how they may influence each other. There's a lot of dynamics going on when you've got 2 decision makers. And you've got an overbearing father who is a Vietnam vet and a former police officer. I mean, just wow, 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 wow. And I just met with them again this week. And I went in there to essentially try and close them. They gave me a budget approval, and I prepared a proposal, kind of gave them an idea ahead of time of what they'd be looking at in a second meeting with me. And the meeting went in a direction I didn't want it to go, which is, it became pretty clear to me that I still need to get to know these guys, still need to ask a lot of questions, and number 1, find out what their trigger points are. It became clear to me during the presentation that they still have certain hang-ups. They still have certain questions in their mind of, if they were to move forward with my proposal, what can they expect? This gets into going back to the first meeting, to making absolutely 100% sure they believe in your product or service. Because if they don't, even the tiniest amount, that could cause the sale to go south. There are hidden objections. There are underlying emotions that will prevent somebody from signing a contract. And they're also getting to know me as well. One of the key strategies I use with them is to tell them there is no hurry. There's no hurry to move forward with a proposal with me or with my radio station. If and when you are ready to make more money, to make more sales, to grow your business, I am here for you. Yes, I'm a commissioned salesperson, but I also become a partner in your business. I have a vested interest in your success. And I started taking the conversation in that direction. And that's where you try and build trust with a prospect. When you have that trust, you start to form that relationship. You're going to move the sale in the direction that's going to get them to sign on the dotted line. I think you get my point with what I'm trying to communicate here. So to summarize in this topic, be very, very careful to go in pitching and trying to close them, even on the second meeting, even if the first meeting went really well, and even if they're already a call into the station. You really need to dig deep sometimes, especially when there's two decision makers and you got the father and son dynamics. All right, let me move on. The second part of this video that I wanted to focus on is prospecting and making sure that you're not overthinking a prospect. Let me give you an example. In my case, I had a file on my desk and I wanted to sell a specific asset of my radio station. And I have a lot of choices because I've done a lot of networking and prospecting the 7 years I've been at this radio station. And I kept looking at this file for about 3 or 4 days, and I just kind of put it off because the initial conversations I had with this prospect, he had very rigid buying requirements. Everything had to be X, Y, and Z for him. But at the end of the day, on that one day, I emailed him and I left him a voicemail, and I told him my opportunity again, which is a newer opportunity that kind of meets his criteria but kind of not. But hey, I just thought I'd give it a shot. It's a new year. It's a different time. I haven't talked to him in 9 months. And lo and behold, he bought me. He bought me. So I thought these other prospects that I had were like A prospects, and the C prospect would never buy me. The C prospect bought me. And it reminded me not to overthink things sometimes. Work the numbers game, work your prospects, keep your funnel full, and don't try and overthink or think a prospect's not worth touching again or calling or emailing them. You never, ever know. You just never know. Sometimes it's all about timing. And in this case, my timing obviously was perfect because the guy signed a very large contract with me, and I could not be happier about it. That's really all of what I want to cover in this video. If I forgot something, I'm sorry, but I see the video's already at 7 minutes. Definitely watch my other videos on here. I'm going to put up some more episodes. There's the other point I wanted to make. In order to have lots of energy throughout your sales day, get your sleep, eat right, exercise 3 or 4 days a week. For me, I'm a runner. I run in the morning. You can see my Run Lucky shirt here. It energizes me all day long. I eat well, I sleep well, I have lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, I eat a lot of salads, high protein, I avoid bad foods, I have some treats here and there, but I think this is an important part to include in some of my videos here, is that sales requires energy. It requires energy 5 days a week, let's say 40 to 50 hours a week that you are pounding the streets and pounding the phones, entering. If you don't have that energy, you're not going to sell as much, you're not going to make as much money, you're not going to be as successful. So having a healthy lifestyle is a big part. It's not everything. There's plenty of successful salespeople out there who may not be as healthy as me or the next person. I'm not saying it's the end all, but here's what works for me. I actually have more energy than I did 8 years ago when I was 8 years younger, and I did not exercise as much. I recall getting into the office later. I recall having as much energy. I did not exercise back then whatsoever. Yeah, I belonged to a gym, but I didn't go to it. Nowadays, I'm just ready to rock and roll every day. And when I do get in there and prospect and sell, I'm an animal. I just go at it hardcore. And I see the results of it. My prospecting funnel is always full, and I've been hitting budgets and just rocking. Thank you for watching this video. Please share, please like, please subscribe. I'm growing this network. Thank you to my measly 4 subscribers. It's January 2016, and happy sales. Make lots of money this year. Learn a lot. Don't give up. Press on. Rock on. Happy sales to you and to everyone at your organization. This is Kim Uck. This is Radio Media Ad Sales. Happy sales. Goodbye.